I wanted to come on today real quick and address two two scriptures that we quote a lot, and I think we're missing the key point in those two scriptures. They have something in common. Well, let me just read them to you. The first one here is out of the book of Romans 8:28. It reads, "And we know that all things work together for good to them that love God, to them who are called according to his purpose." All right? To them that love God. Remember that phrase there. 1 Corinthians 2:9. "But as it is written, I have not seen, nor ear heard, neither hath entered into the heart of man the things which God hath prepared for them that love him." For them that love him. Do you love him? That's the question. Let's get into it. My name's Brother Anthony, and this is Paradigm Shift. Okay, do you love him? Do you love him? How do you know you love him? Is it a feeling that you got, deep inside, or do you just know in your heart, you feel in your heart that you love him? How do you know you love God? Well, the Bible gives us the criteria to determine if we love God or not. It's not nothing that you feel. This love right here, this agape love, is not a love that you feel. It's an action word. It's a verb. It's something you do. And it's all throughout the Bible, but I think we just read over it. We read over it and we replace our definition of love with the emotions and feelings that we get when we know we're in love, when we love somebody. You love your spouse, you love your kids. We use that kind of love, and we apply it to these scriptures. But this is a different kind of love. You got to do something to show this kind of love. And let's get it. Let's get, this is red letter. This is Christ himself speaking. He says, "If you love me, keep my commandments." John 14:15. He goes on to say in verse 21, "He who has my commandments and keeps them, it is he who loves me. And he who loves me will be loved by my Father, and I will love him and manifest myself to him." Now that's deep. And that's deep because he's saying that unless you're keeping my commandments, I can't even manifest myself to you. I can't give you the fullness of myself. Because why? If you think about it, why? Because you're sinning. You're breaking the law. And where sin is, the Most High can't be. Right? Think about it. Remember the Sabbath and keep it holy is one of the 10. The commandments are not done away with. Christ tells you that out of his own mouth in Matthew 5th chapter, 17th verse. Let me get it. Matthew 5:17. "Think not that I have come to destroy the law or the prophets. I am not come to destroy, but to fulfill." Remember that. To fulfill. I'm going to come back to it. 18. For verily I say unto you, till heaven and earth pass, one jot or one tittle in no wise pass from the law, till all be fulfilled. A jot and a tittle. That's like the dot of an I and a crossing of a T. None of that will be removed from the law till all be fulfilled. There's a whole lot that haven't been fulfilled in the prophets. He said, till heaven and earth pass. Heaven and earth will pass before the law is done away with. Right? Like I said on the other video, if you can go outside and see the heaven while you standing on the earth, then the law remains. Now that's Christ out of his own mouth telling you that there's the law is still valid. I don't know what more you need than that. The verses I started off with, if you love me, keep my commandments. That's Christ. He who keeps my commandments, I manifest myself to. That's Christ. 2 John, verse 6. This is love, that we walk according to his commandments. That's John. Peter, giving you the warning about Paul. Be careful with Paul. Paul tell you himself, be ye followers of me, as I am a follower of Christ. Okay? He ain't never taught nothing no different than what Christ taught. You might not understand him. It might seem like it. And if you know that, then now you got to go back and reconcile those scriptures that you think he's telling you that the law was done away with. So what we got? We got Paul saying, be ye followers of me as I'm a follower of Christ. We got Peter warning you against Paul's writings, saying, hey, be careful. We got John walking according to the commandments. Revelations 22:14. Blessed are those who do his commandments, that they have the right to the tree of life and may enter through the gates into the city. Keep the commandments. Not 9, 10. Did you know we'd be keeping the Sabbath in heaven? Yeah. Isaiah 66:23. And it shall come to pass that from one new moon to another, and from one Sabbath to another, shall all flesh come to worship before me, saith the Lord. Shall all flesh come to worship me, saith the Lord. That's a future prophecy of the kingdom of heaven. That's in the kingdom. You're going to come and worship. Oh, let me get the next verse. Verse 24. And they shall go forth and look upon the carcasses of the men that have transgressed against me. For their worm shall not die, neither shall their fire be quenched. And they shall be a whoring unto all flesh. That's in the kingdom. You know what? Christ gave a parable about that.
There was a certain rich man clothed in purple and fine linen. And there was a beggar named Lazarus, who laid at his gate full of sores, and desired it so to be fed with the crumbs which fell from the rich man's table. Moreover, the dogs came and licked his sores. And so it was that the beggar died and was carried by the angels unto Abraham's bosom. Now the rich man fared sumptuously every day, feasting and dining to his delight. But it came to pass that he too died and awoke in Hades. And while in torment, he looked up and saw Lazarus and Abraham afar off.
Father Abraham, have mercy upon me. Send Lazarus to dip his finger in water and cool my tongue. I am in agony in this fire.
My friend, remember that while you lived, you had everything good, and Lazarus everything bad. Now he is at peace, and it's you who are in pain. And besides, there's this great chasm between us that no one can cross over.
Abraham, please send Lazarus to my father's house. I have 5 brothers. Do not let them come to this terrible place.
Your brothers can read what Moses and the prophets wrote. That's what they should pay attention to.
It's not enough. If someone from the dead were to go to them and tell them, they would turn to God.
If they won't pay attention to Moses and the prophets, they won't even listen to someone who comes back from the dead.
Did you notice that he told the rich man that your brothers have the law and the prophets? Let them read that. And he said, no, if somebody would come back from the dead, then they listen. And he said, no, they won't. Knowing that Christ would rise from the dead, and he's telling you, keep my commandments, and we ain't listening. That's powerful. Think about this. You got to think about it. See, let me get something for you real quick, and I'm gonna give me 3 more minutes. Let me give you Isaiah 29. Verse 9. Whom shall he teach knowledge? And whom shall he make understand doctrine? Them who are weaned from the milk and drawn from the breast. For precept must be upon precept, line upon line, here a little, they're a little. All right. What is that saying? To understand doctrine, you got to have some kind of good foundation. You got to be drawn from the milk. The milk is the easy stuff. Christ died for your sin. Okay. But we got to go deeper to understand doctrine. And you don't get it all in one book in Isaiah. You don't get it all. Perfect example. The parable of the rich young ruler, right? Okay. Luke tells you that he's a ruler and that he's rich. Matthew tells you that he's young and he's rich. And Mark doesn't say he's young or ruler, right? But see, that's what that means. Here a little, there a little. You put it all together and you get the parable of the rich young ruler. You understand? Okay. All right. And the same with this. What I started with was of the men who transgressed, scorned the commandments. That's in Isaiah 66. In Luke, we have that parable of the torment, right? But this right here, you've all seen it. This Bible I have here from 1849, it goes into greater detail in the book of Ezra of exactly what happens to you from the moment you die all the way up into the torment or into the rest. Here a little, there a little. And see this right here, this was the best thing that ever happened to me. If I was like Michael, you heard Michael say, if I was Satan, there's no way in the world I'll let y'all get a hands on that book or the extra books that's in it. Why? Because you understand doctrine. You don't understand this. You don't understand Christ's doctrine. Don't underestimate your enemy. He's trying to kill you. He's trying to send all of you to that torment where you saw the rich man going. And how? You know, let me show you something very powerful. Go to any computer or on your phone and type in Revelations 22:14. Go to Bible Hub. Type in Bible Hub because it'll show you all the different translations. So you type in Bible Hub, you go to Revelations 22:14 and look at the different translations for that verse. And scroll all the way down to about the middle where they got the King James Version, which is the only version we need to be using when you're studying. Why? Because your concordance corresponds to the King James Version. All right? When you have a different version Bible, your words are not there. You can't go to the original to see what was originally there. All right? So they're changing the words on this King James Bible from the King James Bible to give you a different doctrine, really. Try to give you a different understanding. So everywhere in that verse, they changed who keeps the, it says who, let me get it for you. It says 22:14. The verse says, we've already read it. Blessed are those who do his commandments, that they have the right to the tree of life and may enter through the gates into the city. Okay, they've changed that. they changed that phrase, who do his commandments. Out of every last one. Why? Because they don't want you to know that the commandments are still valid. We're supposed to still be keeping the commandments. And that's Satan. Satan's handiwork right there. Right? Every last translation has changed that from those who do his commandments to if your robe is washed white or something like that. Look it up. And you'll see. See, let me show you something. This is what we had. This is what we have. Now let me show you this. This is what we're going to. See this right here? The Queen James Bible. This is the gay Bible right here. Do you think this says the same thing as this? Satan is trying to kill us. You understand? They're changing the words. Changing the words in the Bibles. Get you a King James Version Bible, Strong's Concordance, and study. I think I've said enough. My next video, I think it's going to be, does he love you? Yeah, I think I'm going to do that one next. Do you love him? And you should know by now, according to the criteria that he left, if you love him or not. And if you don't, we need to start loving him the way he told us to. The only way he gave us to love him is keeping his commandments. It's the only way we can show we love him. Next video, does he love you? You'd be surprised. My name's Brother Anthony. Till next time. Peace.